but we're going to start this morning with not water quality, but air quality. The idea is quite simple: to get older polluting vehicles not in the centre of Bath, to get you to use a park and ride, or a train, or walk, or cycle. It's to get you to change your behaviour. Will that work? Will you think, I won't go to Bath now, I'll get on the park and ride? Or will you think, I won't go to Bath at all, I'll shop somewhere else, thank you very much indeed? Could you use your car less? 08000 855 949. Let's talk about changing behaviour. Dr. Rachael Molitor is a behavioural psychologist, I should say. Rachel, good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much indeed, and I hope you are too on this warm, sunny day. Let's explore about sticks and carrots, because this is very much a stick, not a carrot.
Absolutely.
So do sticks like this work?
So sticks in the way of changing behaviour do actually make this work, and it is a difficult time. We are in a cost of living crisis, and people are concerned about different costs and things costing a lot more. Whereas using things such as a slight financial incentive to be able to change behaviour does work, because it can be a real challenge to change our behaviour based on what we're used to and what we know. And actually, sometimes something like this, like pennies more or such, may indeed change our behaviour. One, from either considering whether we have to go in to Bath in the morning, come back out and go back in again, because it may cost us one more, but also we are looking at climate and trying our best to have clean air zones and trying to help to support or prevent climate change as much as possible. But actually it is this behavioural shift of considering being potentially more active, so it's good for you as yourself, but also to be able to change that behaviour, to be able to make us just consider whether we want to be driving in using older cars, or whether we could maybe put that money towards looking at getting newer cars to reduce down emissions altogether for the better of the climate.
I mean, there's something else is going on here, isn't there, Rachel? Is that a lot of people who've got older cars, well, they feel they're doing nothing wrong, excepting the overall overarching headline is that these vehicles are polluting. They were encouraged to buy them, and indeed it was Gordon Brown, when he was Chancellor, who was basically incentivising people to buy diesel vehicles. We're encouraged to keep using things and reuse things and not buy new, which of course has a greater carbon impact to buy a new car than it does to buy a car that's second hand. And some people just don't have the money to replace an older vehicle.
Absolutely, and that is the real struggle at the moment. I think we are all struggling when it comes to everything costing more, everything going more up in price. So being able to now charge us more potentially for using like car parks, as well as driving in cities as well. So as you said beforehand, there are many cities doing it. London's done it, Birmingham's done it, Bath and Bristol. But it is costing more to be able to get out and about. And unfortunately, if we can't yet go on and buy a new vehicle or electric car or a hybrid, then it does make a real struggle. But that's where behaviour can really change with this. So, for example, sharing rides with others, if you drive into the city to be able to then go to work, for example, or exploring an alternative transportation. So we have like electric buses around us, so you can use those, and it does make a huge impact on the environment. And it is about looking at those small, tiny little steps to change behaviour. So at the moment, if we can't afford a brand new electric car or something, then instead of doing that, look at optimising what you have and reducing your car use, or looking at certain ways that you can be able to plan trips around the area, so you can try and be as efficient as possible for the behaviour that we need to be able to create to make a better environment.
One last question, Rachel, a brief answer if I may from you. The initial reaction to this, I wonder, would it be, well, blow it, I'm not going into Bath anymore? It will cut the number of vehicles going into Bath because people won't understand. They'll fear their vehicle's going to cost them more, therefore they won't make the journey.
I think it's really important to get people to look up, exactly as you said, like have a look online to see about your cars and be able to make that decision for yourself. So it may be the fact that they go in together, and hopefully it's not going to affect then the Bath sort of the retail infrastructure. But it is just about having that knowledge about your own vehicle and seeing if you can make the right decisions for yourself to still support your local community.
Dr. Rachael Molitor, behavioural psychologist. Thank you for joining me this morning on BBC Radio Bristol. Good to talk to you. I want to hear from you this morning. If you've got an older vehicle, or you perceive you've got an older vehicle, I checked mine this morning. I would pay more. And my vehicle's an 18 plate. I don't actually know what that means. But I will pay more. Would you pay more? Would that make you think, blow it, I'm not going to Bath anymore then? I don't want to go shopping and put all my stuff on a bus. 08000 855 949. Bottom line, should you use your car less?
Call 08000